Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I don't know if I like that sound. Okay, that's much better. Okay, yeah, so, literally to look into the eyes without so much time to and maybe interact a little bit and say what you say and what you think too. But beginning from the beginning, the earth has been steered off course, by the energies which have been directed combatively and competitively against the Most High, Rastafari. Now, to tie physical history to religion, to mythology, to mathematics, to linguistics, to form the circle of the actuality, which is now behaving as singularities, but they are a plural. The forces which have joined themselves together from the beginning of time. There was a rebellion in heaven, not in hell. There was a rebellion in heaven. And Shem Hazai and Azazel and Gamaliel, and by their names, were in dispute with the Most High. They were created by Him, but they were given powers of creation. Luca, or Lucifer, or Lucis, his rebellion was that I am equal and superior. This comparative nature that is superior in root concept of emanation, creations, technology, and all of the above. There is a mind that disputes even creation in her purest form, that we can create superior by the genome, by hybridism, by whatever form. We can create superior. That is the root of the situation. So then, all the different forms that this has now taken, it's irrelevant the different forms that they have taken, but these are the things now which have become Earth, as we know Earth. Haile Selassie on the floor of the Geneva Convention, which I'm sure you've heard recent mention of the Geneva Convention. Haile Selassie on the floor of the Geneva Convention. In the stands is the Italian delegation, jeering heads of state, men of the just leagues of man, the highest order of man, civility and civilization. Haile Selassie said that technology must be used solely for the welfare of man. Only for the welfare of man. If man is not aware of his spiritual vices and creates industrial revolution, assembly line, venture capitalistic, emanation theory, output, with no regards to the inner sacred principles of the Most High. So is now the earth burning herself with the breath of her fire. All of the emissions, nuclear emissions, fossil fuel emissions, these are just the breath of man. For before anything became actualized and realized into tangibility to be touched and to be utilized, it was a thought. And then it was a scrapbook. And after it was a scrapbook, there were a few models. And then it went to the boardroom. And it was discussed for months. And it was worked out in unity, in oneness, and in one accord. So, the breath, the thought, the spark of the thought. Just this simple tonight is what I have come to say. How to guard the thoughts. Weakness in projection of thought. Weakness in projection forward of thought is weakness acquired, weak acquisition by self-will inadvertently. Wasn't even aware. Because you thought that weakens you and strengthens you, depending on what you do with the thoughts. So this is the Gideon and those who battle. For Jacob wrestled with Jah, it's a wrestle at a place called Pinion all night with the angel. Through the night. All night with the angel, he wrestled. This is the book. Everyone's grandmothers, mothers, as is. Just for some short references as validation of facts concerning biblical validation of Haile Selassie and Rastafari. Of the rivers which went out to water the land of Eden, and the second river Gihon encompassed the entire land of Ethiopia. Genesis 2 and 13. 1 Kings chapter 1 and 33 above. David crowns his son Solomon in the Gihon River, but to be king over Israel and over Judah. 1 Kings chapter 1, 33. Genesis 2 and chapter 13. Amos 9 and 7. Know you not that you are the children of the Ethiopians unto I, O children of Israel, said the Lord. Have I not brought the Philistines from Caphtor and the Syrians from Croix? Amos 9 and 7. Isaiah chapter 20. Likewise as my servant Isaiah walked naked and barefoot For a sign and a wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia. For so shall the kings of Assyria lead away Ethiopia captive, naked and barefoot, even with their buttocks uncovered, to the shame of Egypt, and to Ethiopia their expectation. And they shall be ashamed of Ethiopia, their glory. This is Isaiah in everybody's grandmother's home. Hebrews 7. Doubtless, and 13, 14. Doubtless our God sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses makes no mention concerning priesthood. For no man out of this tribe gave any attendance at any altar. Hebrews 6 and verse 1. Therefore, leaving the doctrines of Jesus Christ, let us go on to perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance from dead works. Hebrews 6 and 1. Psalm 68, extol him that ride upon the heavens by his name, Jah, Rastafari. Psalm 68 and 31. Ethiopia shall soon stretch forth her hand, princes out of Egypt. Psalms 87. His foundation is in the holy mountains. Lord God loves the gates of Zion more than all dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of the old city of God. See that. I will make mention of Rahab of Babylon. To them that know the old Philistine tower in Ethiopia, this man was born there. And it shall be said, is the next verse. And it shall be said that this and that man was born in her. And the H.I.S himself shall establish her. The singers and the players of the instrument shall be there. All my springs are in thee. This is everyone's Bible. Numbers 6. When a man shall take the creed of Nazareth, no razor, no liquor of the grave. Judges. A certain man of the tribe of Dan, Manoah, his wife, the angel appeared unto her. Eat no unclean thing, for this child shall be Nazareth unto God all the days of his life. Samuel, the book of Samuel, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Hannah prayed in her heart, and should you give me a man child, no razor shall come upon his head. Samuel. So, not to be overbearing with that. So, citing all these evidences within the foundation as the fulcrum, the basis of everything. In God we trust. Jurisprudence, legislative, everything. Because separation of church and state. How is this? You go to the state and put your hand on the church.
Yes, sir.
How is this?
Yes, sir.
So, these things will need reflection of what is the actual thing. No. Small questions. For I'm sure this will be. I'm sure. Small question. Is it customary for a sovereign country to have a foreign language on their internal structural currency?
Yes, sir.
Is that customary?
No.
Novus Ordum, Seclorum, Eplus, and
Yes, sir.
there was a dispute recent time about the singing of the anthem in Spanish. I think that's minute compared to the currency in Latin.
Yes, I.
In the courtroom, habeas corpus, modus operandi, it's not Spanish either. So we know what is sum and mass. So these are the branches. Haile Selassie is the root. Some small English. Twice 13, 26 letters. Each letter with permanent sound. 5 letters with interchangeable sound. A-E-I-O-U. I-O-U. But listen. Listen. Twice 13, 26. Permanent sounds. A is not B, will never be B, is not C. So, permanency and resonance is within this sound. In this code are some little strange inversions. Only means going the other way. One way and the other way. So I noticed some synchronicities, things which are fitting together for myself. I noticed that the word slave, evil, live, love, life, levy, all these words have one thing in common in the word and the song. Although L-O-V-E, love, E-V-O-L, L-I-V-E, V-I-L, evil, 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 L-I-F-E, life, E-F-I-L, evil, S-L-A-V-E, slave, E-V-A-L-S, evils, L-E-V-E-E, levy, E-E-V-E-L, evil, so the levy is broke, so the evil broke. But I noticed some synchronicities with this song. And this song, considering that Haile Selassie had to use only this song, it's kind of unrepeated in time, in the Rock of Ages, written in stone, never to be visited, as victory over these ones who came in the name of the Lord. But which Lord? Because if we are to accept that the God is the omnipotent God, and all of the omniscient God, the all-knowing God, that God does not lose. You see, that God is not a loser. So when the Pope blessed Benito Mussolini to Mussolini and Ethiopia and used banned thermonuclear warfare with mustard gas, which was banned by this just league of man, league of nations, and everyone stood aside, not knowing that the Most High would have to mean the Most High Word, the thing which will not go around, nor under, nor over, because it's the truth. So His Majesty stood position. 72 nations were at the banquet at the coronation. 72 nations. I noticed a strange similarity in the alchemical table at the time that I saw the alchemical table. I'm sure there are a few new additions right now. But it was 72 nations and 72 elements, and one black king, and one covalent bond, carbon, the only covalent bond in them. So I said, wow, 72 nations, the black emperor, the chessboard, the alchemical table, 72 elements. One covalent bond, which means it bonds them all. And the Rastafari is not in competition with no nations or anyone who is proselytizing, drawing converts, and seeking souls. There we go. For I saw even the Christ in his words, woe unto you, scribe and Pharisee. You encompass land and sea to create one proselyte. And when he is created, he's become twice called the child of hell, even more than yourself. That's the words of your H.I.M. So, and I didn't come on such mission. Many things are visitable by evidence in the Greek writers of antiquity, Herodotus and Diodorus Siculus and Plutarch, Strabo and Pliny, everyone. Everyone spoke of the blameless Ethiopians, with whom even Zeus liked to them, in the Aeneid and the Odyssey, the Iliad. So how it became so missing, I don't know. No. World War II. World War II. To know. All these conflicts now were created then. But there is never mention of the true pieces in the documentary films. I read Winston Churchill's speech addressing the Italian public. Winston Churchill addressing the Italian public. Ethiopia is the cause of the war. It was Signor Mussolini who came in favor of the Ethiopians. These things are visitable by anyone who should carry on to even care it is true. For the honor of my father's name, he was awarded the heights of all the nations. All the nations. To be dishonored as the root and the genotype, as the origin, as the whole land keeper, as the Bible owner, as the whole of the undeciphered languages, the unspoken and told. He's the keeper of all the monuments which are still not even overstood by Western technology. Calibration of one stone out of a mountain. And even Daniel, the book of Daniel, likewise at Losa, the stone which was cut from a mountain without hands, dashed to pieces, the statue of Nebuchadnezzar. So I looked to see if there was any stones cut from a mountain without hands. And the Western power structure themselves were commenting that what kind of machinery and technology is able to hollow out a mountain with no jointed stone. There's no martyr anywhere. The Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch speak of the moon as sheep. But 15 days she will appear as a man, reflecting the light of her Lord. So the cartoon still have the man in the moon. All these things visitable by anyone. Book of Enoch is more ancient than the Old Testament or the New Testament by 100 years. James Buskinard of Scotland brought the Book of Enoch from Ethiopia to London in resetting out there. It was unknown. However, it became all the foundation of all the alchemists and the Kabbalists. These are some things which need to be said about both. This word, this language, ADA and its other the same word is mother. We know of God and dog, God's best friend. We know Sumer, as in Sumeria, spells Remus. Romulus and Remus founded Rome. Mali is Elam. Dakar is Akkad. The spelling of direction. I looked at the word combination. I knew this was the root of transmutation and change and alchemy and all of the above, whether in the spirit or whether by the mechanistic reductionism. So I looked at the word combination, said Koll. C-O-M-B-I-N-A-T-I-O-N, combination. So I said, okay, as a Rastaman, Koll, I-N nation. Okay. So I looked at the word the other direction and it said, know it and I remark, which is visitable to you right now. Also, if you write it up. So, Koll, I nation, know it and I remark. This is what the word is saying right before my eye. I kept looking. I saw the word Noel. Christmas time. Noel, born is the King of Israel. Noel is the UN. Lion, born is the King of Israel. Everyone is singing already. So, some little things I think worthy of notice. That how is this possible and why is this? How to guard the soul in a Gideon time, in a fierce time, a dreadful time, how to guard the soul, each one, just for the good of those ones. How to guard your spirit. Above all the histories and the injustices in time is now, man is still alive now as living one, having the power to make good. No. That I might not sin against. That's very different from an organization and being a member. The member is the heart member, which will not even need correspondence. You won't even have to speak with someone to advise them. If you both keep the same heart love, you will be synchronized into thousands of distance. By that law of the heart, without organization of any kind. So, I will write the law on my heart. Simple things that I have come to say tonight. For it's good against evil. these forces have been called words like polarity, good and evil, polarity. But even in the mathematical code are some little important things I think could use some reflection with. Now, all I go from my group knowing that 2 wrongs don't make a right. Don't go and do the wrong because they did the wrong, because 2 wrongs will not make a right. But in the mathematical concepts, the multiplication of double negative is positive. But in the mathematical concepts that build this way, 2 negative signs is an equal sign. But in the same concept, division is your point and my point separated by a negative division. Now, within this concept, 0 is nothing. But also a letter in the alphabet. But also 360 degrees. That's nothing. And basic math, addition, subtraction, multiplication. And even the advanced math, trigonometry and logarithms and calculus, they all use these same concepts as you. In the deserts of Africa, 6 temples and universities still built out of mud. No more. Standing still. Adobe. Just like the wood. I'm away. Adobe. Standing into the crowd. Some of us standing here. The first quote is a quote of arrogance. Man says a quote of arrogance that has 316 all upon itself. The same 0. The Gregorian calendar and the Julian calendar and the removal of the 0 to institute the year 1. 2,000 years later, the same 0 was given trouble. The months of the year and their prefix meanings, deci meaning 10, December is not the 10th month. 7, September is not the 7th month. October is the 8th. October is not the 8th month. November is not the 9th month. The cycles in the sky, even the Mayan calendar of 13 months, wishing that the whole earth know Ethiopia is the root and without dispute. Ethiopia is the calendar of 13 months. Reflecting the gestator in the fullness and simultaneously the husband, the Trinity, the might of the Holy Trinity, Haile, Selassie, another long extinct records of a people long disappeared, present to be visited now. The 13 revolutions of woman in 1 year as standard within 12 months, which are the unarguable of the heavens shall declare the glory of God Almighty. Jah, Rastafari, and firmament shall show his handiwork. Day unto day shall utter speech. night unto night, not words and concepts. Laws written in the firmament in heaven and earth. About face and 360 degrees, right now is Babylon. For refusing to be penitent and humble in spirit, regarding the fact that evils and atrocities have been done, for being brash and sarcastic and sardonic and cynical, hip and smart and debonair in the moment, for being him. About face and 360 is Babylon right now. Just like the Ura serpent biting on her own tail. Now, the products will reflect these things in physical form. The bleaching of sugar to create refined white sugar. Bleaching of flour to create refined white flour. And then the inversion, the full circle of the health food store, which costs twice the price to get the brown sugar, the brown rice, the pure form, direct from nature as it is. These are the visions which I must keep in literacy, in this walking flesh, for we are informed, not abstract. This is the visibility now of Babylon, right before the eyes of the world. Must resort to the fact that the creation is given pure, not 10% of juice. And the other 90 is bottled to be sold also. You see. So these small things that I've come to say. I come tonight with a book called Koll Pekude. Just some reflections that I think would be good, would be harmonious, would be cleansing. Because they afford the privacy of reflection, singular. You can just think about it by yourself and make your changes alone without having to be ridiculed and betrayed and traumatized. So, these are offerings. Ethiopia, Holy Mount Zion. Ethiopia is the Holy Mount Zion. In literality, it's the paradox, it's the unknown. To this day now, it's equatorial Africa with snow all year round and the ice peaks, and equatorial heat all year round at the bottom. So, seeing as how science said, that man is the result of his geological conditions, then this man must be the most median man being between the fire and the ice. I saw the lion in the snow between the fire and the ice. Aslan was his name. Aslan, yes. Terrain, father of Abraham. Everything is visible for people to visit. Just for the fact of the scripture again, it said, blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinner, nor sit up in the seat of the scornful. His delight is in the law, and in this law, meditate day and night, and it shall be like a tree. Planted by the rivers of water, bringing forth fruit in due season. The ungodly are not so, but the chaff, which the wind drive it away. These are the things which can make one strong. Yes, for yourself, singular. Just check it out and see if it applies to your life, you know. I don't want to go that way, that's where I'm going. So I'm not going to stand in the way of the sinner because I don't want nobody to knock me down. So I'm going to get out of the way of the sinner. Guys, I'm not going to sit in the seat of the scaffold because he might see me school face over there and say, oh, you don't like me. So these are not words. Just break them down slowly. You will see how they are protections. How to carry ourselves to survive in this video. Let's inspect the words of my fathers a little closer, a little more. Alright. I saw Luke chapter 3 and verse 23 when it was surprising. Being as how Rastafari people have tried to stigmatize Rasta, that I don't deal with the New Testament, but the New Testament is the full witness of His Majesty, the fullness of the witness. But this was interesting, Luke 3 and 23, where it says, Yahushua Jesus began to be about 30 years of age, went down to Egypt to pay his taxes. Being as was supposed, son of Joseph, who was son of Haile. I said, Haile. Jesus' grandfather is Haile in the book. That was something I thought worth mentioning. For even his lineages, these are not boasts. And like boasts, these are the justice beings, the foundations of the earth. Many questions which would have been answered long ago for arrogance, like Bob Marley talk, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Many things which could have been answered is in Ethiopia. Of kings long gone, interactions and trade with the Chinese from 500 BC. Everything is there. But of an arrogance which chooses not to know, and at the same time, tomb raiders, as if this is something honorable.
Yes.
For should someone desecrate your loved one's grave, I don't think anyone would feel kindly adjusted to know that you did what you thought was good and someone desecrated your loved one's place. As if these things are dignitaries searching into the heads of our people dead to get into the minds of our living people. No. Still. Small observations, I think, are good to reflect upon and see if they have any merit, if there is any truth to it, any good. For it's good and evil. And each one will have that choice. This is the Gideon, that's what is the Gideon. When everything is brought to a circle, and now each one must say no or yes. That is hard, not to frighten anyone. Each one will have to say, I agree, I don't agree. And just like that, but this is how the polls run, isn't it? All the people who are innocent, to the tune of 70%, are in favor. How is this? Innocency with heavy margins of all in favor. the scales, not touch the balances. I will ask you to inspect that at your own time. Really. Inequity. Workers of inequity. As equity is balance. Workers of imbalance. So what would that mean in everyday life? These are some small things good to reflect upon. I must say, Haile Selassie, His Majesty, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, written on his history. All these things have come to pass, right in the living decade, right in the living time. No. When people's parents were alive, Father Pope blessed and sent forth his armies. It was visible for all, it's on videotape. To conquer the root of man. Even spoke of it as the beautiful land in the sunshine. And to rescue the Venus de Milo, the woman of chocolate, from the infidels, the code of chivalry. But everyone came in my name, for it was Richard the Lionhearted, and it was Napoleon. And Augustus was also the 8th month. And Julius was also the 7th month. And Octavian is also the 8th. And everyone came in this name, that it is I, holding the idol over their heads, and in this name. So it was said, I will write upon you a new name, which shall not be known until a children shall be born. New name, for you have polluted my glory unto another. In I name, atrocities earthwide, so that when the true inheritors come, their name is already associated with atrocity. So I will write upon these ones a new name. And Rastafari, that's what the whole world heard. You see, no, not anyone will just say that. Some people studiously avoid that word in the song. The song is very good, the Most High, it's very beautiful. Yes, but so, this name, which is the redemption of man, as an example, not as a name, as a living embodiment. Sat as president over the OAU, which is the Organization of African Unity, which I heard John Kerry asking if the OAU could not be implemented in Sudan in the last election. And the Geneva Conventions, the Hague, everything, the League of Nations, he sat as president before it became redefined as the United Nations. So, in the land where there is all the riches and all the money and the gold and the diamonds and the oil. For Arabia, Petros and Felix and everything was known, even Spain was known as Ethiopia and Iberia, written so on maps, ancient maps. And in recent times, certain one came and dug a canal, and the canal was called Suez. But this is Zeus, the US and borderline. So, these things are factual things. What has been done It's about now what I can do. Just to live in health, happiness, but know that within the Gideon, it's a stand firm position which must be taken, which is not to approve of evil and stamp on signature, and how to determine what is good and how to give man discerning spirit. That is to harm and protect your soul in these times. If there are any questions from the audience, which is still regarding lyrics or music, or even regarding anything that you have heard in the music or even regarding situations now that I can interact and interface, and I would be happy to. I have with me from St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Virgin Jaruba tonight, visiting also. Blessed. Yeah, so I just thought I would to recognize that we sing on the album Jabri, and the album I think about Jabri. The song is Third Eye, and a couple of other tunes, and I think Raja in our voice one. But just so that I can know. It's a blessed time, and it's a good gatherance. A nice gatherance, a nice gathering. Food spirit. This is what I'm saying from start. It's a chosen, who have chosen themselves to even take a little time to do this. So I hope this works well too.
Yes, sir.
I'd love to sing a song for me.
Respect.
Just natural, like how we sit down every day. You know? It's nothing happening. Just word and vibrations. You know? Because many times, you know, I have been strong and being in the trench and being through the struggle empty and stand up, and it is admired and honored in the house of God. Yes, in my heart, such things.
Yes, I.
You know? So that's what I'm saying tonight.
Selassie.
Ras.
Greetings all the people there. Selassie. Just. I say, humble to Jah, we have to humble to Jah. Humble to Jah, we have to humble to Jah. Boom. Humble to Jah, we have to humble to Jah. Who is Jah, me say Selassie, hey? Who is Jah, me say Selassie, man a come in and they dance and they spray to hype. Only for video them are watching and they can get hypnotized, break them ultra video life. They can't watch nature and show the mountain dog a come closer. Humbling to Jah, boom, man a go sell them soul because they can't preach for gold. Rastafari with them crystal, they back off them pistol. Islanders with them on the corner. Them forget trample and Mr. Stampede. I take the sufferers, them done right. When you get a chance about this them tonight. All you are going to see ingredients for your pot. Oh, make your fire like and tell me if it's not the poor. One man can't carry the torch. I may say pass the baton and let another man run. When me hold microphone, them hold seat and sit down with him. About to Jah, we have to humble to Jah. About to Jah, we have to humble to Jah. Me say who is Jah, me say Selassie. Man a go come in and no dance with no false pretense. And me say Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Say mama never raise no fool. Babylon a go blow them shoes. Now we have them confused. Say man a fly pan flame, jump on them plane. What they say they can't even take notes. And me say Babylon a go fail. Man a fly port to port in a perilous time. Man in pestilence life and drop over Babylon my boss. I be say, oh Jah bless her. No man no curse her. Give thanks to Jah, me never end up in a earth. Oh Jah bless. No man no curse. Give thanks to Jah, me never end up in a earth. Oh Selassie, please watch over my boys and girls. Man a Rasta man. Man in a tell girl, fire upon earth. If you don't love murder, listen, come together and let me rock the chalwa. The first thing you do, Rastaman figure you get the best herb from Ethiopia. You get one knife, we sharp the grazer. Then you get the cutting wood and cut it up like pepper. Me say touching on the chalwa and the chamber. Before we light it, we have to say your prayer. Holy Selassie, Emmanuel Jah. We use a fire stick from under the yama. If we use a lighter, we would have burn with finger. Say up a microphone, a son of Jaja. Me a run microphone like a radiator. Me no need no cool and feel down the temperature. Natural in the place and me taking you over in him. Old veteran Michael Vanna, old veteran, we are DJ for 681, now 2006, we now run second, we have to broke the foot, and we have to pop them on, and tell them that the last million is my Michigan Jah, Rastafari, King Selassie.
Rastafari.
Yeah, man, it have someone that just sit down and meditate up John, run patterns, and there was no crowd. You know? There was no crowd that day. Just the birds and the ocean. Just bash on the shore. Bash. That's the bashment. That's the, you know? That's the symbol of the bash. Right there, so. So if you have some people like that, that is also a part of culture. Is that not? That's a part of showing how this thing is. Before everyone gets them hand on it. See? Before everyone put them hand on it and turn it into all that it becomes out here. Somebody just try to give you a peep at that. Not just so, all it is. I put some music out this year, I don't know if anyone heard it yet. You know? I don't know how much reach or what happened yet. But some of these tunes right now is important. Blessed my God. Some of these tunes is, I would say, important in terms of like the earth condition, the earth stages right now, you know? There's a song that says this time, perilous time will come, man will be lovers of money. That tune is a tune, you can just penetrate that tune to the vibes. You kind of got that particular tune feel like right now. The escalate speed in people, like, it's not even an engine or it's not a technological engine. It's a human drive. That's the drive right now. So, pay attention to some of them songs there. Give it a good look and see if it's relevant, you know. Yeah, any song, any reference, any song in the house tonight, have something to say.
I can't remember the exact title, but I know in the beginning you speak of, you say reparations is a realistic thing.
Yeah.
You know the song. Because I really believe that reparations is something that African people should dedicate time and energy to, as something that can actually come forward.
The scripture said, there where it was said unto you, you are not the sons of the Most High. There they will come bowing unto you, the sons of even them who took you away. And the people shall become great after 400 years. They shall try up with strength. Reparation. Merit is reparation. Merit and zeal. By being worthy. You need to try to hold it away from you, it will be yours by worth. By being worthy. So reparations now in physical money and saying that look towards Babylon legislation.
Israel, Israel, better Israel, Israel. Here, the people of the land rule oppression, exercise robbery, vex the poor and needy, polluted in the way, and will take up the crown. Remove your diadem, exalt him that is low. They do the regard the God of their father, no desire for woman. They exalt forces, they cover our fields and them take them by violence. They oppress a man in his house, even his heritage. They try to put a bit into my mouth that I might obey, and go whichever way you say and say whatever you say. But I know your works were negative, even though they keep on holding on to my name. Ask Aristotle, ask Plato, who built Jerusalem. Go ask Pliny and Plutarch, who built Jerusalem. Go ask Herodotus and Theodorus Siculus, who built Jerusalem. Go ask Tacitus, go ask Strabo, who built Jerusalem. Ethiopia built Jerusalem. And after all, who built Jerusalem? And likewise as thou saw Hezekiah and kings of Judah cut open the upper conduit of the Nile and brought down the water on the west side of Gaza. King James said that. Even King James has said that. Israel, lion child, my love. When you arrive at the site of the original sites of the temple of Solomon, 2 thieves in the land, 2 thieves, yeah, simultaneous as contemporary parallel. 2 thieves sacrifice a black man between 2 thieves in the land. Israel, contemporary parallel, contemporary parallel. 2 thieves in the land. Go ask Aristotle and Plato, who built Jerusalem. Go ask them. Go ask Tacitus. Go ask Strabo. Go ask Plutarch. Go ask Pliny. Go ask Diogenes. Go ask Aristophanes. Who built Jerusalem? Who built Jerusalem? What the branches understand? Who built Jerusalem? Even your H.I.S, H.I.M, Messiah, Ben Panther, yeah, son of the Panther. Even your H.I.S, H.I.M, Messiah, yeah, Yeshua Ben Panther. At the original sites, we were long gone. Back to the mountains of Kenya, Uganda, Central Valley of Africa. Hey, hey, Israel, better Israel, Israel, who built Jerusalem? Yes. Who built Jerusalem? Well, after all, that's the original story. Crucified between 2 thieves. Yeah, yeah. Read the stele of Menes. The high-born are in the fields. The high-born are in the fields. Read the stele. Read the obelisk of Menes. See it. Yeah. Hyksos of Avaris of Set. Yeah. vibrating to the negative opposite polarity perpetually. Israel house Rastafari, Rastafari, yes, Selassie, yeah, blessed God, one love, one peace, yeah, the truth will set you free and make you free, and you live free, yeah, it's time, you know, dead to them whole time body, you don't want to carry that burden, you want to be a part of that, you don't like that, I know that. Clean up your hand and come, man, you know. You got this generation now. We don't know about nothing else. You got no. Clean up your hand and